Cello, cello, cello. Good morning. Oh my goodness, I put the time starting at 10:40 p.m. It should be a.m., but it's okay. You know,
You
I'm
can
not gonna
always change
worry,
it.
girl. I'm not. Hey, we done started live. First, I want to say I want to thank God for allowing me to wake up another day uh, to come on here and give y'all my opinions. And I want to thank him for finally allowing B Sparrow to get off TikTok from
Yes.
playing games, and which I ain't mad at it because I'm gonna tell you, if I did not have carpal tunnel so bad and bone spurs in my hand, I would be right over there with her on TikTok playing with Pac-Man. That was my game. I knew the whole pattern from Miss Pac-Man. I would love to do that. And also joining me today is our guy in the background,
Hmm.
the Sparrow husband, Jules. He's always in the background giving us his opinion. And I am so glad to have him because I like doing my shows with B, you know,
Yes.
and then with Jules. And hey, Tasha. So what I did is I labeled this show Monday mornings, SmackDown, America, Black America, we in trouble.
Mm.
You
Mm.
know, so I want to start and be like, you know how my this internet does over here. If I leave,
Right.
you keep on talking, you still have the show and whatever. But
Right.
I'm gonna just start off with my little thing I want to say, and then I'll let uh, B talk. And so what I wrote down was Monday morning SmackDown. Don't be emotional. Look at facts. Then I want to say to this other guy, old head, I respect him. But first, you know, the United States of America, their laws, their agenda to keep us divided so we can't come together and conquer. We want to be free and allowed to grow. We won't be free and allowed to grow until we face reality. Reality is the black race has been divided since slavery. We have light skin who was allowed in Master House, and more than likely those was the snitches and gatekeepers that told Master everything. Now I'm not saying every light skinned people, but some of them, you know. And we did have some that were teaching us how to read, write, and stuff. And then the dark skinned people, you know, they had them out in the field. And the darker you was, the less they thought about you. At this present time, I am deeply appalled by people saying we are defending the wrong black people with this Cyrus and Camilla Anthony case.
Mm.
You have a racist Asian store owner who loved to shoot at blacks,
Hmm.
chase a kid down and shoot him, unalive him.
Hmm.
The narrative that the media has put out there clearly, you know, shows that people are lying, and it doesn't matter. You know, nobody is saying Rick Chow is wrong. They put the narrative out there that the kid was a thief and had a gun. Clearly, he didn't steal anything. We never saw a gun. But my people have fell for the narrative, you know, talking about the boy that stole, he's a 14-year-old kid, that went in the store, followed their rules, and then was chased out. We don't know what was said, hunted down like a murderer. The only people that saw a gun was the child family. Not one witness got up there and testified. Y'all fell for the narrative. Anybody that's saying, you know, we defending evil, you sick. Now, then we start off with the Carmela Anthony. Okay. Now,
Sorry, I was.
yeah, they are saying, that he had this big knife. Well, what we found out with this knife is that this is a knife that's allowed. It's a knife they use to clean their cleats. And I look at Carmela Anthony as a David standing up to Goliath because he was being bullied by two overgrown, big size Caucasian bullies. Okay. He was invited at that tent. And now we know just by testimony so far that some of these people are lying right now as they take the stand. Now, I don't know if they've been threatened or if they have been paid off. And y'all need to stop acting like people don't get paid off or threatened to lie on the stand. I refuse. I'm not going to argue with people no more about my values and what my reality is. But, they're saying, oh, he shouldn't have took a knife. He should have left. No, he don't have to leave. He did not have to leave. The boy was invited to that tent. It was raining. Them people had been bullying him. He didn't have to do nothing but what he did, in my opinion. You gonna FAFO messing with me. And so that's my opening statement. We make our people the criminals, and then they make these other people the victims. So I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna let B Sparrow have the floor.
Thank you, April. You said a mouthful. So there's so much going on that I can't even keep up. As a matter of fact, I'm not even keeping up with the Carmelo Anthony trial. I'm not even watching it. I'm just going to sit back and let the Most High take care of what he need to take care of, because everything is in his hands. But this was a perfect leeway of what I wanted to talk about. Well, first of all, I thought we was going to talk about Nemesis today, but
We can talk about that too.
hey, but this is good because this is what I have been talking about. I've been away from YouTube for a minute. Like April said, I've been on TikTok. And the reason why is because TikTok has made it easier for me to monetize. So I play my games over there. And yes, I am monetized over on TikTok. Call me B Sparrow over there. Come on over and join the crew. But I wanted to talk about, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Shaniqua doll and the Natasha doll that just came out. We talked about the Shaniqua doll in 2021, where these high school teenagers in California purchased this black doll and called her Shaniqua and did all kinds of mean things to her. They ran over with the car. You remember that, April? We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
They put a noose around her head. They did all kinds of things to all kind of harmful things to this doll, right? But now here we go with China. China has the Natasha doll. And I just wanted to break down the stark differences between a localized act of targeted teenage cruelty. When I say localized, I'm talking about the United States of this here America, because this happened in California. But the Natasha doll happened in China, and this just happened a couple of weeks ago here in 2026. 5 years later, here we are. We went from the Shaniqua doll, black doll, to the Natasha doll. Okay? So I want to start by saying how these toys and these dolls, they just reflections of how society feel about humans, and especially black people, especially us. And I don't know if you guys know it or not. There's a lot of people. A lot of people are coming up against black people now, and especially foundational black Americans. But it's all good because it's all a part of God's plan, whether you know it or not. But anyway, we're going back to Selena High School. Selena's High School back in August of 2021. Group of high school students by the Black Doll named her Shaniqua and created a dedicated Instagram account to document her abuse at a school football game. We talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this in 2021. Now, but
Yeah.
now here we go with the Natasha doll in China. We're gonna shift to China right now. They have this social media platform called, I think it's pronounced Douyin, where they
Mm-hmm.
introduced the Natasha doll, which is a dark skinned, squishy stress relief doll. That's what they call it, a stress relief doll. But thousands of creators jumped on a trend on the internet to violently destroy this specific doll by burning it, crushing it under machinery, and cutting it up, all for the name of likes. All for the name of likes on the internet. They think it's harmless. They say it's for stress release, but critics pointed out that the obvious. This is obvious. Why was the dark skinned non-Chinese doll? Why was that doll named uniquely singled out for violent destruction? While there are other dolls, they created all different shades of dolls. They created lighter dolls, lighter skin colors, but only the black ones are being taunted and being filmed for all to see around the world. And like I said, a lot of things are coming up against us right now as foundational black Americans, but we don't need to engage. We can continue doing what we do. Support black businesses. I don't know if y'all saw the Asian dude that threatened, that dared us to boycott Asian businesses. And I don't know about y'all, but I've been talking about donating Asian businesses for years. For years. Talked about it on my channel for years. And I'm just gonna land my plane right there. Donate. Did I say donate?
Yeah.
Did I say donate? I mean not donate.
Yeah.
Damn. I need to start over.
Oh, go
Boycott.
on.
Boycott. I've been doing it for years. I'm landing my
Well,
plane.
yeah, because they have the whole market on lockdown, especially
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the hair. It's on lockdown. We could not get into the hair market. We could not get a loan uh, to get hair. We have to actually go to China to get our hair. They might let one or two people in just to say they're doing something to make them feel good. But they have the hair market, the beauty supplies with the hair and everything. They have it on lockdown. Yeah. And so this Camilla, and we're going to talk about Nemesis in a few minutes
April,
because, huh?
can you ask the people if they can hear you? Because I'm not hearing anything on my TV when I turn the volume up.
What up?
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, maybe it's my TV then. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it your TV? But I'm just appalled. I want to say this with this, and we're gonna talk about Nemesis. I am appalled at my people saying that these young teenage boys making them be the criminals, and the other people they're not speaking out against them. You got nobody saying Rick Child is an unaliver of
Mm-hmm.
black people. You got nobody saying Carmelo Anthony should have not stood his ground. It's worked for them when they said they were in fear of their life. They've been able to say it from everything they've done to us. And so it's disappointing when my people go along with that narrative and y'all want to say he shouldn't have had a knife. The knife that he had was a legal size knife that they used to clean their cleats with.
And,
Everybody is talking, and you're not even following people that's in the trial, that's reading you the paperwork.
and they
Okay.
are saying that those brothers and some other guys surrounded Carmelo Anthony. That's what's coming out. A
They
lot of
were
stuff
fighting him. They
coming
Mm-hmm.
out.
threw the first punches.
Yep.
All of that's coming out now. It's coming out. But y'all got to start learning how to get out of your emotions and face the facts. The facts. But nobody wants to face the facts because to me, y'all are still programmed to think that these young black kids are criminals. Because if you didn't think that way or share the same values, you're gonna wait till you hear all sides. Y'all let the media program y'all. It's just as simple as that. Riaz, did you want to talk about anything before we change the subject? Because I've been
Yeah.
waiting to talk about our show Nemesis, and I'm getting
Okay.
ready. Okay.
Okay, I was just waiting. So yeah, based on what you guys just said, though, I agree with you. Plus, anyways, though, I believe the Carmelo though was, stood his ground and he was right to do so, cause they were surrounding him. They were trying to, bully him type thing, and he could have, in a way though, if he wanted to walk away, he could have. But at the same time, no, I don't blame him though for actually doing what he's doing though. I don't blame him for that.
You ain't got to keep walking away from nobody.
No,
So
that's what I'm saying though. He don't let nobody play with him. So all I'm saying, my point is, all I said is Carmelo's right to do what he did.
Yeah.
That's
so
what my
let's talk.
point is.
So
Okay.
let me ask y'all this: have y'all been following the Chud the Builder case, where
No,
we
I
have
heard about.
this YT man, this white man, going out and aggravating black people, specifically black people,
Yeah.
calling them N words. And he's been doing it for years. He's been doing it for years. I mean, we all knew that something was bound to happen, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And it did, outside of a courthouse where a black man decided that he wasn't going to take any more to the builders it no more. Should have put out the gun first. And
Yeah.
that's when the black man attacked. My question is, now they are saying that okay, so in the case of the Carmelo Anthony, it wasn't fair because Carmelo had a weapon, and you have to fight fair with fair. You have to fight if you have a weapon and he had a weapon. That's fair. If you had fist fight, he had fist fight. That's fair. Same thing with the Chud, the Builder case. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. All I was gonna say is, though, that guy that did that to Chad, though, it was rightly deserved. True justice
Mm-hmm.
was served, though, because
Mm-hmm.
he don't he has no right one to say that word and keep doing that and antagonizing people like that, and
Mm-hmm.
not to expect
Mm-hmm.
a reaction like that. I don't blame
Right.
him to
Right.
do that. Basically, I tell you this though, right? It's a very derogatory term to me, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
called, no one else can say, but I can say, right? The word is called tacky.
Mm.
So basically, if you say to a South Asian person, right, call them a Paki, it basically, what happened in 50s, 60s, right? There's these white people, right? They went around beating up people like me, right? And, they
Mhm.
said the word Paki, so it's called Paki bashing. So they beat people up like that. So when I say it, though, it's like a form of, it's like a way I express to if I say the word, it's okay for me to say it because I'm
Mm,
allowed to say that word. Because
because
if
you
I
part of
say
that, yeah.
it's my
Right.
Yeah.
form of endearment to another person like me. But if someone else says it, though, they're not allowed to because it's like basically the
We
white people
passed
aren't
the
allowed to
name.
use it. But
We
I can
passed
give
the name.
permission. If you want to say it, I
Yes,
give permission. You can use that word
yes,
freely.
young yes. We're past the names. We're looking at how the criminal. We're looking at the justice system in the United States of America. How
Okay.
they making it okay to kill our young black men. It's
And
okay. We're looking
what's
at
that?
history still repeat itself and nothing's not done about it. And so I'm telling people don't get emotional anymore. Don't get emotional. Hit them where it hurts. Hit them where it hurts. With the Cyrus case, we know what we need to do. With this Carmelo Anthony, start going to your school board meetings, PTA meetings, because I'm telling you, we just keep looking at history repeat itself. And
Yeah.
so what we're getting ready to do, we're getting ready to talk about Nemesis. Did anybody see and I'm trying to change the title now.
Okay.
Let me see.
All right. Sorry, my bad, though, actually. So,
No,
yeah,
no,
it
it's
makes
okay.
sense, though.
We
All
didn't
I'm
we no, we appreciate what you're saying, but yeah, hold on.
okay. I know. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I understand. Look, I'm very different though, and I understand that and certain things that
Yeah.
yeah I can connect to, but in certain ways I'm very different. I accept that actually. You're actually right though. And also though, I understand I'm in a front country type thing, so things is different for me, for you. So I understand them things though. And also though to actually see that happen in the history, things though is bare wrong, just the system doing these things though to them, no, nah. I feel like that's wrong. Period. The way they doing it.
Okay. So I've changed the title now to add that we're going to be talking about Nemesis, and that's
Mm-mm.
what we get ready to talk about. Uh,
Okay. Can I
yeah.
ask though,
Did
what
you
is
watch
that
it?
actually? I have not heard about that. You can
Okay, well, let
elaborate.
me. That's what I'm here
Okay.
for.
Well, we get ready to talk about Nemesis so you can learn. So mute your mic if you don't know anything about it. You know, you can't give no input because you haven't watched it, young reacts. Don't take it personal, but you can't give
You're right.
input on the show that you haven't watched. Okay.
Nope, you're right. I don't take it personal. You're making sense.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so Nemesis is a high stake crime drama on Netflix. They dropped the 8 episode first season on May 14th, 2026. And I was just scrolling Netflix one day and I saw Nemesis, but I just went and passed by. I went just past, kept right on going. But then one day I stopped and started looking at it. And me and my husband got into it. We got into it. The show is so good. I called April up and asked her had she seen it. Well, I hit her up and she said, I'm gonna look at it tonight. And lo and behold, April looked at it and passed me. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, I couldn't stop watching it.
So it was co-created by Power Universe mastermind Courtney A. Kemp and Tanny Moroli. I hope I probably messed up her name, but the series is a sleek psychological cat and mouse thriller set against the backdrop of Los Angeles. Kind of remind me of Alex Cross. The show is currently crushing it globally. They crushing it, sitting comfortably in the Netflix top 10 in over 80 countries. While a second season hasn't been officially greenlit yet, Kemp confirmed she deliberately ended season one on a massive cliffhanger because she already has a full season two blueprint ready to roll, April.
Ooh, I can't wait.
So, you want me to keep going or you want to start here? Or I can name the characters, I can name what it's about. The series is built around the explosive dynamic of two men on opposite sides of the law, flanked by an ensemble of family members, accomplices, and cops. We have the Lieutenant Isaiah Styles, played by Matthew Law. He's an intense, rigid LAPD robbery homicide detective driven by a past family trauma where he sees the world in absolute black and white. He is entirely obsessed with bringing down Coltrane Wilder, played by Yolande Noel, who is an upset. He's obsessed with Coltrane that he completely go crazy. His personal life just all up in the air, just going crazy. Right. By the finale, his whole family and personal life is in scrambles. Right. And then, like I said, we have Coltrane. He's the mastermind thief and career criminal who masquerades as an upstanding, reformed businessman. While Isaiah lives in black and white, Coltrane operates entirely in a gray area, right? He is a smooth, calculated anti hero who values loyalty above all else. He's the type of person that you love to hate. That you love to hate. You love to hate him, right, April? And then we have Ebony Wilder. That's Isaiah's wife. She's played by Cleopatra Coleman. Y'all probably seen her in the um, commercials with Dion Cole, the Old Spice commercials with Dion Cole, and she also from the game with one of the twins. I forgot her name, but she's all right. She's kind of, to me, she's kind of what's the word, timid right now for me. I want to see her become strong and fierce, like Charlie and what's the other wife's name? What's Isaiah's wife's name? What's Isaiah's wife's name? Wait, Isaiah's wife's name is Ebony. I got it mixed up. Isaiah's wife's name is Ebony, and no, Isaiah's wife's name is Candace. Candace. That's her name. Right. Played by the girl from that do the Old Spice commercials with Dion Cole. Her name Gabrielle something something. Yeah. But it's a great show. I love it, and I cannot wait for season two. You have a lot of people in there that you've seen from different shows. They got a lot of people that you see from The Wire, shows like that, and shows like Criminal Law and all that stuff, all bunched up in this show. And
Oh, okay. Sorry, I can't tell you though. Thanks for recommending it. I'm gonna start watching it and then maybe start catching up.
yes, the
Yeah,
production is great. The
yeah.
production is great. So
Okay.
Hey,
yeah, yeah.
are you Team Isaiah or Team Coltrane?
See, that's what I'm saying. Coltrane is the villain that you love to hate. You
Yeah.
love to hate him because he's so smooth and you know smart as hell. Now, Matthew Law, the guy that played Isaiah, he played on a show called The Oval by Tyler Perry. He was
Mm-hmm.
a he worked in a he owned a drugstore. He owned a pharmacist. He was a pharmacist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could I really didn't like how he was acting in this show in the Oval in Tyler Perry on Tyler Perry's show, but seeing him in Nemesis, I'm like, wow, I didn't know he could act like this, right? Because he's just bringing it. Everybody in the show is bringing it. The actors are superb. The production is superb, and lo and behold, I found out that Mario Van Peebles is an executive producer. I'm like, okay, now I
Oh
see.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
yes.
So
But
it's
this, a lot of people say they acting is horrible, and I say no, it ain't.
no,
But
it's not. It's
no,
superb
not to me, it's
to me.
great.
It's
Now
superb.
Matthew Law, who plays Isaiah, I had to look twice because he was putting me in the mind of Shemai Moore.
That's what everybody said. That's what everybody said. That you
I
putting
thought,
everybody.
man, is this Shemai Moore? And everybody knows Shemai Moore from the Young and Restless. And then he went
Mhm.
on to what show? Was it
He
one of
did
the
a,
CBI?
a lot of
Uh,
shows. SWAT.
yeah, yeah. But
But
that's who he reminded me of.
did you
But
know
I'm gonna tell you, I'm Team Coltrane.
you team Coltrane?
I'm Team Coltrane.
Oh my goodness! And my daughter pointed out something to me. Charlie, the Ebony's half sister.
Uh-huh.
Man, she is bad. But
Yeah.
do you remember? Have you ever watched the Dave Chappelle show? Chappelle
Uh-uh.
show.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I
she's.
used to watch it.
Have you ever seen that skit? The N words. I don't want to
Mm-mm.
say the word. Okay,
Yeah.
she's from the Chappelle show. So you see how these actors, you see them in different things and they
Yeah.
playing the role, and they just I'm just blown away.
Yeah. What I like about the show is it's showing good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing, you know, how much Isaiah actually he hated his dad.
Right. Oh
He could
my goodness.
never he could never forgive his dad.
Right.
But the grandson wanted to know the dad, and then the grandson was running to the granddad
Right.
because Isaiah, um, he wasn't at home.
He didn't have time.
He didn't have time, and so granddad let him come over there. And I can understand where the granddad was coming from. Boy, you come over to my house because the boy wanted to smoke his little, puff puff pasta, and he was trying to tell him, hey, dad, this is something I want to do, you know, but he automatically blamed it on the grandfather, like the grandfather actually allowed the boy, which he did allow him to come over there, whether he liked it or not, but he know that this is what teenagers going to do. At
I
that
was kind of
age,
disappointed. I was kind of disappointed in the grandfather when he did what he did. I'm not gonna say what he did with Coltrane, but I was kind of disappointed. You
well,
remember
why
what?
would he be disappointed when when Isaiah told him he wasn't gonna take care of him no more or give him any money? He had no
I tried
income.
to give him the benefit of the doubt. I tried to give Grandpa. I thought he was gonna come out and be straight and narrow and help raise
He
Noah.
wasn't taking care of me, but Isaiah told him he was not gonna give him any more money when he went over there and the boy was sitting at the table smoking weed.
I get it. I
He
get
had
it.
no income. The man had been in prison.
I
And
get
he
it.
knew his son actually, well, he portrayed like he hated him, but once he died, he the first person screaming over his body.
I get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't want him dead. Well, you didn't treat him like a human being. You treated him like he was nothing. And check this out. Now, did you peep this? Where was Isaiah getting all of this money from?
That's what I wanted to know. Paying his father's bills, paying his bills,
And then,
giving these people stacks for talking or doing, paying people off with stacks of
so
money.
I'm like, now see, and remember, that's why I say it probably ain't too much of a difference between him and Coltrane and Isaiah. And look at him. He still went to the mob. He went to the Godfather. He went
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He
to
had
get some work done.
yeah, he
You
did.
still went back to the streets. You went and that he went to the top crime mafia bosses. What you know, he's gonna owe them. He talking about they even. Well, he asked them. He gave them another favor.
So let me ask you this. Do you think
Okay.
Detective his partner, Detective Cruz, is a bad cop?
Yeah,
I do too.
she's bad. Uh-huh. But then again, wait a minute. Now I believe them two had an affair.
That's why he's sleeping on the couch or in the basement.
Well,
When
no, but
commercial
you
when it,
see, I don't think the wife knew about it, but they knew because remember when she saw that wife with that necklace, the way
right,
she looked at her, but actually, now he done put a necklace on the wife, trying to spy on her.
right, because the Detective Cruz knew there was a camera in it. She knew
Yeah,
there was a camera in the necklace. But listen, um, and you know what? I'm so mad with Candace, played by Gabrielle Dennis, by the way. That's her name. Um, and Malik, Candace
what?
and Malik, girl, why? Why? You remember Malik?
Wait a minute,
The
hold on.
did, didn't she sleep with Malik, the wife, Isaiah's wife? Remember she left the party with him because she thought Isaiah had
That's
left.
what I'm saying. Right? She went and slept because he's the count. Ain't he? He's the councilman.
Right.
Yeah, she gave him some. So that's gonna be another thing too. Remember, that's why he couldn't say nothing because they were gonna expose them pictures.
Hmm.
But she sure gave in fast, didn't she?
Yep. Real quick. So
So
and so Charlie is up to something too. I can't wait to see what she's up to. That's Ebony's half sister. You know who I'm talking about? The light
I,
skinned girl.
I know Charlie, but check this out.
Charlie fierce.
Charlie is fierce.
Yep.
She don't play when it comes to her sister.
Yep.
I think, and she hates the fact that her sister is so into Coltrane.
Hmm.
I
But
believe Charlie been hurt so bad. Charlie has no feelings for nobody,
right, right,
and she hates the fact that her sister is so in head over heels. But remember now, Charlie explained to Candace too when she was talking about the baby, right?
hmm,
Like she told her, I made the decision for you to live,
right,
not the baby.
right. While she
And
was
so
unconscious.
she, while you was unconscious. And like she said, I do it all over again. Now that's why a lot of people don't go to the hospital here. It's St. Joe's. It's a Catholic hospital. They
Mm,
will allow the mother to die and let the baby live.
mm.
Yeah, some hospitals still practice that policy. Like if you go to a Catholic hospital, they will choose the baby over the mother. At
So
least
you
that,
have
yeah.
Ebony, Charlie, Stro, Darren. Somebody said in the comment section that they like Stro. I think somebody said that. Did I see that or am I dreaming? Oh, they said Top Boy. Oh,
Oh no, no,
no,
sorry.
yeah, it's
Basic,
Top Boy.
yeah, Top Boy is a Netflix series though. It's like
Yes,
it's a crime drama though over where I'm at though, basically, But it's like, it depicted the realistic aspects of, the UK street life though, and what it's
Right.
like.
I
Okay,
started looking at that. I started looking at that. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, the original Top Boy started on Channel 4 a long time ago, but it's for 2 seasons. Then Netflix brought it back. So basically, in the original series and stuff like that, Deshane was like 23 or something, and then by the time the series ended altogether, spoiler alert, 32. And
Oh,
basically,
okay.
yeah, basically, what happened to him though, right? Hey, the main reason for his downfall, once he got all that money, he became more and more and more selfish. And then once he lost, his legal money, he went crazy. Because normally, though, he's smart, calculating, intelligent, and, with him, though, when it comes to that as well, though, like, he has a big brother complex. He's that OG in the entire hood who thinks he knows what people want, but not actually listening to what people want.
Hmm.
He has that big bro complex, and that kind of was his downfall. And then by the time the series ended, he ended up alone because he grabbed a bag of money, stealing from his friend turned rival. His rival hit him though, basically, right? And then that was it. He was done alone. And he said he thought he was brothers, though. He said, no, we're only brothers when it suits you. And the one quote that was very iconic though as well, we're not monsters, we're food, and I can never be food.
That reminds me of Snowfall. I don't know if you guys ever seen Snowfall, but
I
that's
heard of
this.
Snowfall, but I never watched it. I
Hmm.
was more into the power stuff.
Oh yes. So the people that if the,
I'm
these
back, y'all.
people,
Y'all can keep talking. Okay.
some of these people that's writing in the show Nemesis is from Power. It's from that Power group. So it's a mixture between Power and what
I gotta
Power
drop
and
some.
okay. Um and something, but it's a good show. I recommend for anybody to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right, but thanks for
recommend
recommending. I started watching that today, actually. I didn't know about this show until recently, or like I heard about it, but I didn't consider
it.
it because I was waiting for the next Power series.
It's awesome. It's
Let me
awesome.
tell you something. And when I watched the first 3 episodes, I said this dog gonna beat him. Got me hooked on another series because she got me hooked on Beauty and Black, and I'm like,
Hmm.
now I gotta go back and I gotta watch all of these episodes, and I literally couldn't stop watching it. What I like about the show, you know, that we had to face the facts that they are dealing with stuff that's really realistic, even though you're looking at it on the bigger screen, it makes it about money, but you can see how this stuff happens in everyday regular families where back in the day you had a man that went to prison, and you know you had the son that just can't forgive the father because he chose a life of crime, right? And then their brother. Now, didn't they have a brother B
Yep.
that
Brother.
was unalived,
Right.
I guess, by the father's lifestyle,
Right.
if I'm right?
Or I don't know how
But they don't go
how
with the
Isaiah
people.
associate Coltrane with that. I thought he was connecting Coltrane with that murder. I don't know how.
Right, of his partner, but
Of his partner, right?
right
Who's
of his
also
partner.
who's also from The Wire.
Oh yeah. But then, and if anybody wants to come up and talk about Nemesis, we'd be glad to have you. Hey, D Goddess.
D Goddess said yes,
Hey,
Nemesis is a great show. It is. It
ooh,
really,
okay.
really
I might
is.
have to actually start watching it a bit
It
more and
really
slowly get
is.
into it. And once I'm caught
Yeah,
up, I can probably start adding to
yeah.
it a bit. But yeah, so
So,
if you actually,
so,
that's what I explained about when you asked about what Top Boy is. Top Boy is a crime drama, actually, and it depicts the realistic aspects type thing as well. And yeah, that's just how it is as well.
okay. And so now I'm just giving my analysis. So you got Isaiah, who hates his father, and they don't go into detail about how his brother got shot. Well, because he blames his father for his brother.
He took
But
his
then,
father. He took him with him on a drug, some type of deal.
right,
If
and
I'm
the
not mistaken.
right, and so you know the father, he done did his time. That was the life he lived, and I'm pretty sure that you know he probably felt some type of way about losing his child. But you got the one son that's constantly holding it over his head. And we do have to forgive people in order to have peace in our life instead of hating them, because you see that dynamic be where
Mm-hmm.
the grandson, he's he's immediately attached to the grandfather. He
Mm-hmm.
ain't messed up about none of that stuff. He want to know his grandfather and still spend time with him.
Yep.
But as usual, you got now. I'm not saying it's so deep as somebody been on the line, but in our families, you got people that don't want their kids around certain relatives because of the lifestyle that they used to lead, or they want to make it seem like they're the best people in the world. But
But
we are
let,
huh?
last time we saw Noah, he was with the gangbangers. He was with his father's crew. Remember?
No,
So
Noah.
the son,
Yeah, he
Isaiah's
was
son.
with the grandfather crew. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so he got it in him.
Mm-hmm. And if I'm not
He was,
mistaken, I think he was packing.
and he was packing. Yeah.
I think he I, I think he got plans for Coltrane.
Well, but you know what? Coltrane now, he let the wife go now. He could have unalived her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He let
true,
Kansas go.
true.
So actually, in all actuality, Isaiah owes him because he could have killed that wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they wanted him to do. But he let her go. That's what I'm saying. I'm King Coltrane because King Team Coltrane, even though he a criminal, see, some criminals have more values than straight people. They draw a line. Isaiah ain't drew no line, B. He doing
But then you have my boy giving out Coltrane, giving out tennis shoes to the youngins and
yeah.
feeding the community and all that stuff. Like he Wesley
He
Snipes
doing,
or somebody.
he doing what them other people do. They've been doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They had their illegal activities, but they still took care of their community.
Yeah. But not
Now,
today. It ain't like that today.
right. But check this out. You know, he's not selling drugs. And I don't even know what words, because on TikTok you can't say that word. He's not selling that. He's getting high priced jobs where they're robbing other rich people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Coltrane is like a Robin Hood to me.
Young right here say he's selling food.
Oh yeah, basically, if, when you're at top,
Yeah,
right, they use the
but,
term
but
feed, all right? Food is actually drugs, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
but Coltrane is like a Robin Hood, because even though he's made it, he done turned his life legit,
Rob the rich and
but
give to the poor.
he ain't forgot where he came from.
He robbed the rich and give to the poor, huh?
Yeah, look at him. He came to the game with gym shoes. He's at everything. it sort of puts me in mind of King of New York. If you ever saw that
Wesley
show,
Snipes. What's the movie with Wesley Snipes in them? And Wesley Snipes,
New Jack City.
New Jack City. Yeah, that's what he reminded me of.
But
Oh, okay.
but he wasn't selling drugs.
Right,
He's
right.
robbing the rich. So that's I was like, thank goodness. Hey Jesse. Yeah. Hey Raheem. Yeah. So right now, everybody, we are talking about the Netflix series Nemesis. And we are going through that. But it was something else I wanted to say. And B, look at Coltrane. Coltrane, he's very upset.
Mm-hmm.
He is hurt. He lost his child. And don't forget that wife is pregnant now.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you something. She better not lose this child.
Mm-hmm.
But Ebony is something too now.
Ebony is fierce too. Yes,
Ebony is fierce.
but it's funny because she didn't start out like that. Charlie
No,
started out fierce, but we
they
didn't
think
know that Ebony was fierce too. We didn't know that.
yeah.
But I just want to say this. Shout out to Paramount Plus. They have taken over shows from BET and
Oh,
added
wait a
to
minute.
Paramount Plus. I'm about to catch up on Family Business
Yeah.
and Family Business New Orleans.
Okay.
I'm
Now,
about to catch up on that.
yeah, Jesse says to hell with that docuseries. We respect everybody's opinion over here,
What
Jesse. If you want,
docuseries?
I don't know which one he's talking about. You're more than welcome. Let me drop the link.
Well, April,
Me,
I can't. I'm not gonna be on much longer. I got to hop off. I got to get some things done today.
okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, he said
Let me
shout out to
see.
Dr. Randy Short for setting up the petition to boycott it. All right,
Boycott
well,
which one? Are we talking
boycott
about
if you
me?
must. What's boycotted? What's being boycotted?
Yeah, come on up. I just dropped the link.
I didn't know the show was being boycotted, but I love it, and I can't wait for season 2.
I mean, I think it's a realistic show, even though
Mhm.
it's in the bigger scene. It's higher stakes, but this is what goes on in families every day. You've got a dad that's come home from prison. We all know a lot of people back in the um, 90s. We know that they were out there selling dope and doing sort of everything. We know that there was a lot of gunfire exchange back
I
then.
just want to know what's being boycotted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jesse, come on up and tell us.
Don't
Wait,
come up.
Jesse, please.
Anyway, April, I'm gonna hop down and listen to the show because
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
thank everybody for listening. And
Yeah.
if you guys decide to watch Nemesis, let us know and let us know what you're watching so we can get together
Yeah.
and talk about it.
Oh, okay. I might start
But
watching
do
it
you can
and,
see
see
you
how
ready to
it
go
goes.
back to your gaming. But it was something
That's
else.
that's how I make my coins. That's how I make my coins.
I need 5 more minutes because it was something else.
Okay.
Okay. So you got the undercover lady. I believe that cop Garcia. I believe her and Isaiah had an affair.
You talking about the cop that was helping him?
Remember, and now she was the lead
No, wait,
after
wait, wait,
they
wait, wait.
found
You're talking about Detective Cruz, his partner.
it's crook, right. I
You
believe they was having an affair, and it was something else. Yeah.
you remember the way she was talking to his wife before she told him that the camera, before she told her that the camera was in the necklace.
That's what I'm saying.
That conversation, you might be right.
That's what I'm saying. I believe Detective Cruz and I believe they were having an affair. Yeah. But anyway, we coming up on 55 minutes, and B's gonna leave. She's going over to TikTok. Y'all can
Mm.
check her out on
Okay.
B
I just be
Sparrow
gaming.
Talk. She be gaming, and you can talk. TikTok,
Cool.
there's so many
I'm on
restrictions
TikTok as
over
well.
there. When I'm
Yeah.
trying to do a show on TikTok, every time I turn around, they be like, "You can't say this, you can't say that," and you can't even type comments.
Yeah, it's
And
very
so,
strict over there. That's why I just game.
so I
Wow.
just have to come back over here to YouTube. But I guess B got to get back over there because she's making her
No,
good
I'm not.
food.
I'm not going to game right away. I gotta water my plants and do some other stuff
Okay.
Oh,
first.
okay.
That's cool.
Well, I
That's cool.
appreciate you giving me this much of your time. I guess we'll stay on for a little while.
Okay,
And
so have you watched Family Business?
no, girl, I don't want to get hooked on no more series.
It's on. Well, if you want to get into it, it's on Netflix. That's what I'm
See,
getting into
that's what
now.
I'm saying. I'm like, because now I'm sitting here, I'm already waiting on Beauty and Black, and then I'm waiting on this.
That's with what's
Wait,
his
you know the
name?
one
Ernest. I can't think of his last name. But anyway, what was you saying?
I was just gonna say I'm waiting for Raising Kanan season 5 though, actually. That's what I'm waiting for.
Raising Cain. You know what? I need to
Yeah,
start.
I've watched Power
Wait.
for
I need to
years.
start over. I need to start over on Raising Cain, but I can't. I don't have access to it anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh wait, did you use Cinema HD? Because I used to use
Let
Cinema
me.
HD
Can
to
I?
Wait a
watch it.
minute.
Can I
I'm
tell you where I
Googling.
hold on. Let me tell
Yeah.
Raiz where I left off at on Raising Cain. You want to know where I left off at? What's his name when that brother threw his brother in the ditch?
Oh, you're talking about Ronnie, Uniques,
Yes,
bro.
that was the last episode I watched. I can't wait to get back into it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's like season 3, right?
Yeah, that is season 3 and then season
Yes,
4. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
that's my show. That's the last time I watched it, and I can't wait to get back into it.
Yeah. Out of all the Power spin-offs, I enjoyed Raising Kanan more. I watched, book 2 though, basically. It was okay in the beginning, but then it wasn't that good to be honest, though.
Oh yeah, because you know why? Because Canaan became evil.
No, not
Canaan.
Kanan. No, I mean Raising Kanan I enjoyed. I'm talking
Oh,
about the other series, book 2 though, right? Power book 2.
oh yeah, Power Book.
No, I was talking about the other series. Raising
So
Kanan from season 1 to 4 was consistently good actually.
you
I
know what?
actually understand why Kanan is the way
Don't
Kanan
tell me.
is though.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me because that's where I left off at. Remember? Don't tell
Oh
me.
yeah, I'm not telling you, but in
Um,
general, I
but
understand why Kanan is the way he is.
for the one with Tyreek, I didn't like the way that was going
I didn't like that either.
because he became a big drug dealer on a college campus, and that was not realistic. It's just not realistic, you
It's
know.
not, it's not realistic, and also to be honest, in the entire series, though, Ghost was right the entire time. Though, actually,
Is he
Ghost
coming
was.
back?
I don't know actually though. He was
Okay,
supposed to, but he was supposed to come back, but then in the end he didn't though actually. He was
because they
supposed to. He
beefing.
was contemplating and stuff, things
Him and Fifty
happened, but
Cent beefing. Him and Fifty
yeah,
Cent beefing. That's why.
yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
all right, panel. Thank
Okay,
you,
thank
April, for
you. I'm
having
looking
me.
up now about this Dr. Randy Short. And
What? Shout out to Dr. Randy Short. Yeah, okay. I need to look him or her
I'm
up.
Googling him. Um, and I'm trying to see.
I couldn't find anything.
Okay. Wait, but I didn't
Um,
know about that.
I'm looking through some of the transcripts, and I guess I'm gonna have to find out about this guy. and then maybe have Jesse come on the panel and talk about it. Uh, let me see.
Yeah. Wait, but I actually wanted this
Okay,
though as well.
D. Thanks for
Okay,
Mhm.
coming
y'all.
and joining
All
us.
right. Thank you, April, for having me, and I hope y'all have a
Okay.
great day.
Okay.
All righty. Bye
Okay.
bye.
All right. Hey, Riaz, you still here? So,
I'm here.
anything that you want to talk about?
Sure. Basically, I've been chilling, went outside. I had to get stuff prepared because tomorrow I'm going somewhere though, basically. So, I got stuff prepared for it and stuff. I had to go out, with my dad. My dad, first actually though, I went with my dad to, run some stuff actually. Then after that though, I went to go pick my sister. Then we went into town, all right, just to get stuff that I needed though, you know. And then after that, though, of course, I ate there. I ate food outside and everything. Then came home, chilled and everything, and I was just, chilling though. And also, the other than that, I posted my content today, my short today and stuff like that, So not much about that. And maybe I might go back to TikTok type thing and post that. Basically on TikTok as well. What happened is I switched from daily to weekly because I'm getting tired though. Basically, I have to balance my real life though, but then I have to balance here and I have to balance TikTok as well, and it's tiring. So I had to switch it from daily to weekly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
no problem.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to do my research on Dr. Randy Short and have Jesse come on to the show.
That'd be
Uh,
a good idea actually because
yeah,
I didn't
and
know
see
about it.
what he's talking about. You know, um, like to me, these shows, and unfortunately, the millionaires, the billionaires, uh, unfortunately, these shows have to be, you know, they show
Research.
a realistic stuff
Yeah,
that's going on, and
yeah.
our
Basically
community,
though, I was
my
gonna tell you.
yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna tell you. You know about Top Boy as well, right?
As a
It's also
Christian,
kind of
as
sorry.
a Christian woman, I've got to decide, and the more I'm getting in tune, I might not continue to watch Beauty and Black because it's showing things that I should not be watching.
Okay.
And so I've got to get discernment about that. But, being that I'm a content creator and I just want to share knowledge, but I've got to, you know, find out if I should be watching these shows.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you on that aspect though. So yeah. So
Yeah.
today's was so yeah, not much for me going on. So I posted about the artist I posted today. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorites though, and he follows me on
But,
TikTok. His name is Sneak Bro, UK artist
okay.
though, South London. No,
But
basically
I
he's a
want to
game
make
changer.
this clear. I
Sorry.
want to make this clear. The April Showers Network does not discriminate against race, color, creed, religious, political views. I don't care who you sleep with, as long as you are not messing with kids. You ain't got the
Mm,
answer. Once you bring the kids in it, then I have a problem with that.
yeah,
So, leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone.
yeah. I heard.
And so, like I say, I really had to go. I had to get myself right because you know I have to realize that a lot of racism and hate is stuff that has been taught. What has been
Mm-hmm.
trained by the masses.
Right.
You know, it's been
With
trained against the masses.
their
But
talent for that.
with some of
I,
these people saying that they love they love people, they love everybody, then we should not be hold on. Hold on.
oh, sorry. My bad, though. Yeah. I feel you on that aspect, but yeah, I agree with you.
That's targeting a group of people. And unfortunately, that is being taught. I don't know. I feel really bad because at this point, I don't know what they taught the immigrants, the migrants that came over here.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna keep being me. I love
Yeah.
all people of
Me
all
too.
colors and stuff, but I'm not dumb to the fact
Yeah.
that the world is against my people.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that makes sense, though, actually. Yeah.
I'm not dumb to that fact. So,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna end this show. Everybody have a great day. Peace, love, hair grease, and all that good stuff. Remember, before you start spewing information or getting in your feelings, you know, maybe you need to get your facts right. Getting your facts straight is not listening to YouTube. Getting your facts straight would be getting a Pacer account where you can see the transcript of court cases, federal court cases, um, following people that's actually going to these trials, that is sitting in the courtroom. And even though they might give you their biased point of view, you can still get a feeling or get a feel what happened in the courtroom. And it'll be up to you to dissect the information that they're giving you. But in my opinion, if you are not listening to people that's reading the transcripts or that's sitting in that courtroom, then you can't make a fair judgment. And some people aren't going to make a fair judgment because they already have black teens, unfortunately. They've already have them listed as criminals. That's, you can see the programming now. They're talking about the teen takeovers, but and for spring breaks and when hockey teams and basketball teams have won, and you've had other people of other races to all get together and turn over cards. Nobody said nothing. So this is April Showers. Peace. Thank you for joining me today, along with B Sparrow, Young Riaz. I thank everybody that came into the chat. I want to say, uh,
Okay. Sorry, I
old
was going
head,
to I say my,
old head, I ain't mad at you. However you feel, that's you. Wherever old head is at. Okay. Peace.
okay. I say my final